This boy bites onto a thin tube and dives into the seabed. He moves like a dancer, constantly paddling through the water, exploring the rocky underwater mining site. For the next 8 hours, he will dive up and down countless times, working with his fellow miners to bag the extracted ore, secure it, carry it, and load it, then do his best to bring as much ore as possible back to the surface. The ore retrieved at great risk is immediately filtered by machines. Sometimes a group can work for over half a month to extract just 1 gram of gold, earning a meager income. After a few deep breaths, the boy wraps his headscarf, says a quick prayer, then bites onto the tube and sinks into the murky water. This is a mangrove forest in the wetlands of central Philippines. As one of the world's major gold-producing countries, the Philippines has thousands of unregulated small-scale mines, and hundreds of thousands of people venture deep into the earth, swamps, and seabeds to extract precious gold. In the early morning, a canoe slowly docks at the edge of a mangrove forest. 5 people disembark, part of Ramos gold panning team. He, along with his 13-year-old son Cain, 15-year-old nephew Andrew, and 2 cousins, carry simple tools daily through the mangroves, searching for traces of gold once they find a suitable spot. Their first task is to dig a wide mine shaft in the black mud. The shaft must be large enough for the smaller children to descend and extract gold-bearing mud. As the shaft deepens, the water level rises. To dive deeper and extract more mud, young Cain now uses a tube connected to an air compressor. The tube, his only lifeline, is connected to the air compressor. This seemingly simple task is often a one-way journey. Among Filipino gold miners, many children have been trapped in the mud, never to resurface. The Philippines ranks high globally in gold reserves. The province of Camarines Norte is a treasure trove of metal deposits, holding nearly half of the country's gold resources. Before Spanish colonization, local indigenous people were already mining for gold underground. Even today, this gold rush continues. It not only supports countless families, but also brings millions of euros in economic revenue. Men, women, and children alike risk their lives chasing their golden dreams. Many Filipino parents even bring their children to join in the mining. In this mangrove mining site alone, at least 1,000 children are working. Cain is one of them. After 2 hours of work, he has dug out dozens of bags of mud. The next step is to filter the mud. Today, everyone's efforts will be reflected in this tray. To sell the gold dust, Cain and his cousin Andrew first mix mercury with the gold dust. This highly toxic, substance releases strong, irritating fumes that harm the respiratory system and brain. But Cain wears no protective gear. He says he's used to it. Cain quickly turns the gold dust into a gold coin. He then takes it to the beer, Evelyn's stall, to exchange for money. This gold nugget weighs about 0.8 grams. Every 0.1 gram is worth 65 pesos. This gold nugget earns him 520 pesos. Each person earns 100 for pesos. As a middleman, Evelyn collects all the scattered gold, combines it, and sells it to larger buyers. Although he disapproves of children mining, he still buys their gold, feeling sorry for their hard work in the mud. He hopes to help them earn some money to support their families. Cain is the 8th child in his family. He lives with his parents and siblings in a small hut. The house is simple, with a kitchen connected to the living room. The whole family shares one bedroom. There is no bathroom to bathe. They simply rinse off somewhere. When not working, Cain's greatest desire is to attend school. Today, he wakes up early, takes a refreshing bath, puts on clean clothes, and takes a tricycle to school. In the Philippines, elementary and high school are free, but transportation costs are borne by the students. Cain's stylish ride costs him 10 pesos. Cain loves school, but due to his family's hardships, he must help his father mine gold in the mangroves to make ends meet. Missing many classes, he has fallen far behind his peers. Now, his classmates are only 9 years old, and he is the oldest. Understanding his struggles, his teacher sometimes gives him extra lessons. Cain always gives his best, learning every new lesson. He knows that only through education can he escape the fate of gold mining and find a new path in life. He is determined, no matter how hard life is now, to complete his education. In a talk, besides gold, people also grow crops and sell palm products to make a living. When not mining for gold, Ramos' wife, Eleanor, weaves palm leaves into household items. This work earns them about 40,000 pesos monthly. Their hard work isn't just for wealth, but to one day afford a new house, a motorized boat, and a better life for their children. With extra money, they hope to provide more for their children and live a more dignified life with 3 hearty meals a day. "350 kilometers from the Philippine capital, in Camarines Norte's Paracali City, with a population of about 60,000, 45,000 people rely on gold mining. This spacious, luxurious house belongs to one of the earliest gold miners, Abel Flower. The warm and talkative hostess, once a city councilor, secured an official mining permit for her family. This allows them to sell gold to the Philippine Central Bank Only for people in the area have this permit. Only for people in the area have this permit. Besides mining their own gold, Abel also buys gold from small middlemen. These middlemen source gold from miners in the field, and Abel's permit makes all the gold legally compliant. Legally compliant. These middlemen earn about 28,000 pesos monthly. When asked if she buys gold mined by children, Abel says she does not. In Paracali City, everyone opposes child labor, but Abel believes it's hard to completely prevent. The reality is, no one can stop parents from bringing their children into the mines. Although child labor is hard to eliminate, mine owner Dasco remains committed. He was forced to mine gold at age 12. To prevent this nightmare from continuing, he refuses to hire any children in his own mine. This father with a bad leg visits his son's grave with flowers. Sabanol, a miner in Paracali, died in a mine collapse 2 years ago. His body was never found. For 2 years, his father, Hesto, has been unable to accept this loss, plagued by guilt. He was the one who brought his son to the mine, taught him to dive and search for gold. He never expected such a tragedy. And such tragedies claim at least 20 miners' lives each year. Claim at least 20 miners' lives each year. On the beaches of Leyte Island in the southern Philippines, a father teaches his 14-year-old son, Dennis, to mine gold underwater. He knows the dangers and hardships. But to ease the family's burden, he has no choice. For 3 years, Dennis has practiced diving weekly. Instead of playing, he spends his childhood earning a living. Unlike Cain in a talk, Dennis enjoys underwater gold mining. Playing brings him nothing. But diving earns him bread. But this bread may cost him his life. His diving gear is simple. A diving mask, a plastic tube connected to an air compressor. For the next 8 hours, this tube will be his lifeline. Deep underwater, miners are busy transporting large ore chunks. Dennis must bag smaller ore pieces into 30-kilogram sacks and bring them to the surface. Only then is his task complete. He repeats this process for 8 hours. Gold divers end their day this way. Sometimes after half a month of work, they may only find 1 gram of gold. But today seems lucky. They quickly filter about 2 grams of gold, worth 3,600 pesos. After a brief celebration, the divers return to the sea. They must work quickly, as every dive is a chance to find wealth and change their fate. This is T10, documenting every corner of the real world. Thank you for watching.